Man, what a pain in the butt. Wasn't too bad getting it out, and this is the reason why I pulled the motor. I'll get that off in a second, but if you notice, timing chain guide is broken. It's riding right on that. Chain's riding right on that. If you can see that. That's the timing chain guide there. Now, this thing still runs good. Still runs pretty good. The only reason that I knew that that was bad was, it wasn't even that noisy, but this valve cover was leaking so bad onto the exhaust that it was smoking. So like a year, I don't know, I think I bought this like 2 years ago, this truck. So it was leaking bad enough to where I was like, you know, I don't know if I should change the gasket or not. I mean, I only paid $350, I think, for this truck. Paid $350 for it. I was like, I'm not gonna change it. But then it was just annoying, the smoke, and it was leaking on the floor pretty bad. So I broke down and did the gasket. You know, no big deal. They're easy to do the gaskets, take the intake off. And when I did that, I noticed that. So ever since then, I think I put like 10,000 miles on this since I noticed that the chain was bad. But every time I drove it, I was like barely pressing the gas pedal because I didn't want it to break on me. But now I have a little time to do it. The front one, I don't even know if I changed that gasket, to tell you the truth. I think I just only did the one side. I can't remember. I think I just only did the one side because this side was just pissing out. But yeah, oh well. Gotta do it. Alright, so I come down here and I think I found my knock sensor code. Going by the gasket, I must have replaced this side too, but this side is not broken, but well, I wouldn't say that it's not broken. It looks like it's separating, and it looks like maybe the tip there's busted, but this side's still intact. You got a fair amount of play here, so I don't know what else is going on in there. Got the front cover ready to come off. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this one-handed, but we'll see. Give it a little tweak. Maybe I'll use my knee to hold it on. Give me a spot. Give me a spot. Just need a little spot. Oh, there it goes. A little wiggle. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this one-handed. There you go. Use the old hip. Alright, got it off. Stick this up here for now. Surprised. It's a little loose, but is it broken? I don't know. That's the balance shaft. So far, I think I'm gonna take the pan off next, flip it upside down, take the pan off before I do any of this stuff. Ooh, I can hear stuff falling on there. Yep. Cool. Yeah. A whole bunch up in here. Jammed in there, huh? I'll fish this out when I take that off and shake it out. I still got to take this part of the pan off, the upper pan. I don't see anything don't see anything. Little one there. I don't really see too much going on here. Once I get it all apart, it'll get more cleaned out. Okay. Need to find a good spot to pray. Here you go. Some more timing chain guide. It came out the front. I don't know if that's part of. I don't know if it might be that top piece of that. Might be the top piece of that thing there. Come on. Okay. I think I got all the pieces out, really. Yep, now there's a piece in there, a couple little pieces. Piece here. Got everything out. Had these two pieces in there. I'm assuming part of the tensioner or whatever. But you can see right there, it hit something. So it's plastic. A whole bunch of crap. And some of that good stuff. So yeah, good stuff, eh? Good stuff. This is the point I find out how good those chains are. Last night I was bored and I looked up the reviews of the chain kit I bought. Whew, not very good. I should have looked at them before I bought the chain set and put them in the car rather than after. Shouldn't have looked at them at all. I have the fuse out for the injector. There's the fuse right there. I got the coils disconnected. Obviously the intake's off. I'm going to crank this up, try to get some oil pressure. I'm going to do this twice. I'm going to do this once now, and then once when I'm actually ready to start it. I'm going to crank it. I got the plugs out too. Come on, guy. There it is. So I got oil pressure, and my Walmart battery's dying. So I'm just going to keep cranking for a little bit. Alright. I don't know what it sounds like with compression in it. I'm going to put the plugs in now. I'm going to charge up the charge the battery up, and I'm going to do the same thing. Fuse is still out. Coil's still disconnected. Intake's on. Obviously I got no coolant or nothing on there. Plugs are in. I'm going to do the same thing. Get pressure up. And then I'm going to try to start it. I want to get pressure up first, and then I'm going to hear what it sounds like with compression. Get my gauge sweep. Doesn't sound great. Guess we'll find out. Whoop. It's running. Pretty noisy. Just the lifters need to pump up a little. Yeah. This sounds really bad. That doesn't sound good at all, huh? Oh boy. Now I am probably running out of gas, but at least it sounds a little better now. But I don't know what the hell all that noise was. Well, it's a new start. Right here, if I look at this, this is ignition and in cylinder. I have 17 psi of compression, and this is my in cylinder, which, you know, huge deep pocket. I hope it's just a follower or something. A rocker fell off or whatever. There we go, right about there. So 180. So actually, according to this, it's not in time. $360. Yeah. Wonderful. This is bank 2. You can immediately see I have compression, you know, close to 150. So this looks normal because it's cranking. You're not really going to see valve events. But you can see right here. Let me get rid of this. I don't need this. Peak compression 145.9. Let's take this down to 0. Actually call that 0. Alright, it's 1.8. Looks like a little bit higher there. That's about 1.7 psi. Let's just make this 180. That's 180. I'll take this one, and it's probably right about there, about 58 degrees. The thing I don't understand is it ran good for a second. I know I torqued that down. I know I torqued it down. It's reverse thread, so no idea. It ran good for a second and then it didn't. I mean, it was noisy, but it ran no misfires, nothing. Now it doesn't run at all. There's no compression on that side. When I put the tool in here, that arm, see that arm's going straight down? Right here. It's hard to film this. Basically here. Right? That is supposed to turn this counterclockwise, and it's supposed to butt up against the block right here. I'm like 90 degrees out. I'm like so tempted to loosen that up and then turn this 90 degrees. Well, the concept worked. So now you can see the fat notch. Where that goes is up on top right here. So hopefully this works. Otherwise the engine's got to come out and I got to buy Motorcraft shit. This is probably going to be ugly. I still got one. I have one plug out, but one's quiet. I'm gonna put that other plug in. Still missing. I don't know if that's because it's probably fouled out.